Hello students, in this part we will discuss on some contraceptive methods. What is contraception? Contraception means to stop the pregnancy. These are the methods by which we can implement to stop the increasing population. Those are called contraceptive methods. What is contraception? Contraception means to stop the pregnancy. And the methods by which we prevent the pregnancy, those devices are known as contraceptives. First one is contraception. Contraception. It means to stop the pregnancy. And the devices which are used to stop the devices, those are called contraceptives. Next one is contraceptives. The devices which are used to stop the pregnancy. Those devices are known as contraceptive devices or contraceptives. Clear? There are different methods by which we can we can stop the increasing population rate. But before we use these methods, there are some beneficial effects also we should be discussed. These methods, the devices which are easy available, we use those devices which has no or maybe less side effect. Clear? The beneficial effect. Beneficial effect. The devices we use, they may be easily available. We use those devices which are easily available. Second one is, this one is the first. Second one is, there is less or no side effect of those devices. There are some other devices which prevent us from the sexually transmitted disease such as condoms. Some devices prevent us from sexually transmitted disease. Means STDs. For example, AIDS. Clear? These are the beneficial effect of the devices if we used these devices. Methods by which we can stop the pregnancies. Methods. There are some different types of method. Natural, it means there is no need of any devices. It is the same safe period. Barrier method. In this method, some devices are used to make the barrier between the ovum and the sperm. Chemical method. It is the method some chemical substances are used which are made up of hormones. They may kill the sperm. So that is called chemical method. And next one is surgical method. In this method, a small operation is operated so that the male and female male vasectomy and female pubectomy may be cut and tie both the end with thread, so that the person may be sterilization, may be made the sterilization. So first we discuss all these methods. First one is natural. Natural method. In this method there are no any devices used. In this method there is no use of any devices. Only some safe periods, and we have to know about the safe periods as well as the times of ovulations, such like this. No devices, but some safe period knowledge. Safe period means first one is we can use safe period. We know that the ovulation can take place at the mid of the menstruation cycle. If the menstruation cycle of female is 28 days, the ovulation may be take place in the 14th day, and this ovum remains 1 or 2 days in the fallopian tube. It means 14 to 16 days. So we should not make the take the copulation process between the 14 to 17 days, because 2 days the ovum remains in the fallopian tube, which wait for the sperm. If there is no copulation process can take place, then the ovulation will not be fertilized. No sex during 14 to 17 days. These are the safe period, because ovulation can take place at the middle of the menstruation cycle, and if the menstruation cycle is 30th day, the ovulation can take place 15th day. So we take the sex position or mating process during the 14 to 17 days. If there is no sexual process can be take place, ovum can't receive the sperm. Second one, lactation. Lactation amenorrhea. What is lactation amenorrhea? A female after the delivery breastfed to her child, and during the lactation period there is no menstruation can take place. So this is the safe period. During the lactation time period, no ovulation or menstruation take place. So it is the safe period. If we use no any devices, it is a safe period for the sex, because there is no menstruation, no ovulation can take place. So if we release the sperm, then the ovum cannot be received by the sperm. And third one is withdrawal method. Withdrawal method. What is withdrawal method? If during these periods, if the sexual process can take place, then the ejaculation from the penis is outside the vagina. Means penis is ejaculate before the release of sperm from the vagina. Ejaculation of penis, or you can removal of penis before ejaculation. From the vagina. So in these methods there are no any devices used. This is the natural method. Then the next one is barrier method. Barrier method means there are some devices used which makes the barrier between the sperm and ovum. The devices which act as a barrier between the sperm and ovum. The devices which act the barrier between the sperm and ovum, those are counted in barrier methods. These barrier methods are some devices which are made up of a rubber, such like as condom, male and female, cervical cap and diaphragm. For example, condom for male and female. The female condom is known as fame shield. Fame shield. Cervical cap and diaphragm. These are used by the man and female, male and female, as well as these devices prevent the person from the STDs, because condom, cervical cap and diaphragm they act as the barriers between the sperm and ovum, so they protect from STDs. Some other barrier methods are IUDs. Some other methods of contraception are IUDs. What are IUDs? Intrauterine devices. Intrauterine devices. It means the devices which are used inside the uterus, and these methods or these devices are used by only female, not male. IUDs are basically three types. Non-medicated IUDs, it means there is no side effect, such like as lipase loop. They act as barrier method between the sperm and ovum. Non-medicated IUDs, these are input into the uterus. And next one is copper T, means copper ion IUDs. Copper ions IUDs. These are the copper material which is made as English alphabet T shape, such like as this one. These devices are input into the uterus for a long time, and they act the copper release ions. You know that the copper is a metal and which show the basic nature, and these ions kill the sperm. We always know that there is one ejaculation time, there is 200 to 300 million sperms are ejaculated, but only 100 sperms are reached to the fallopian tubes. So they IUD copper's ions reduce the motility of the sperm, so that the number of sperm may be killed by the copper ions. The remaining 100 which reach to the fallopian tubes, those may be killed by the copper ions. Copper ions kills the sperm due to the basic nature. And some hormonal IUDs. Some substances are used to input into the IUDs. Those release hormones, and and hormones such like as progesterone and estrogen. We know that during the secretion of progesterone and estrogen, during the secretion of progesterone and estrogen, the secretion of FSH and LH reduce. If these ions reduce or these hormones are reduced in small quantity, then there is no ovulation. And if there is no ovulation can take place, then the fusion will also not take place. So these are some barrier methods by which we can prevent the fusion of sperm with the ovum. The next method is chemical method. Chemical method. Chemical method means this is the method in which we prevent the fusion of ovum and sperm with some chemical substances, with some taken by the chemical substances such like as pills. In this method, some pills are taken. These pills are made up of hormones. Which type of hormones? Progesterone and estrogen. Progesterone and estrogen. There are different types of pills. Some pills are simply and some are composite pills. Composite pills means the pills which are made up of two or more hormones, such like as Sahili and Maladi. Some pills are called composite pills. This is because they are made up of two hormones. Progesterone and estrogen. Due to the presence of progesterone and estrogen, ovulation process can take place. One more type, some pills are taken from the 5th day of the ovulation until 25th day, up to 25th day. The pills are taken by the female from the 5th day of ovulation up to 25th day. So this is the course of 21 days. This is the course of 21 days. The pills may be vaginal pills as well as oral pills. Pills are taken orally or input in the vagina. These pills are also made up of some spermicidal acids. मतलब कुछ एसिड इस प्रकार से बने होते हैं जो स्पर्म को किल कर सकते हैं. ये pills उनकी भी बनी होती है. The pills contains some spermicidal acids. Those kill the sperm. This is a chemical method. One more chemical method is implant. For example, pills में Maladi and Sahili. Sahili we have already discussed. This is produced by our scientists in the CDRI, Central Drug Research Institute, which is situated in Lucknow. Clear? These malady as well as the one more method, implant. They contain hormones levonorgestrols. These levonorgestrol kill the sperms. So that these are the chemical method which will prevent the pregnancy. Implant. What is implant? Implant means small 6 needle-like silicone tubes in which norplant, a hormones which makes the progestin, is filled up. These 6 needle-like tubes are input into the just under the epidermis, means forearm as well as upper arm, in a fan-like structures. They secrete the hormones and those hormones kill the sperm. Implant, it is the method in which 6 silicones rod which contain norplant, a hormone just of progestin, under the epidermis, just सब एपिडर्मिस मीन्स और कहाँ इंक्लूड की जाती है, फोर आर्म और अपर आर्म इन द फीमेल, इन द फोर आर्म और अपर आर्म इन फीमेल in a fan-like structure. Just this one, like 3, 4, 5 and 6. A fan-like structures are input into the underarm, or you can say that under epidermis in forearm as well as upper arm in the female, and those secretes the progesterone hormones and they may kill the sperms. This is a long method. Implantation, means implant technique is a long procedure which may remain for 5 to 7 years. But in chemical method, pills are taken day by day. Clear? And the last method is surgical method. Surgical method. In this method, a small operation is operated. A small operation is operated in male or females. Males, you know that sperms are released, sperms move through the vasectomy, or you can say the vas deferens. Vas deferens. Sperm containing. And females, oviduct, or you can say that fallopian tube. Ovum, fallopian tube. If a small part of both sides vas deferens is cut and tie both ends, suppose this is the vas deferens from left side, right side, and from this is the left side. If you cut this vas deferens and tie both the end with thread, such like this one, then there is no realization of sperm. This process in which male's vas deferens is cut and tie both the end with thread, this is called vasectomy. In male, vas deferens is cut and tie both the end with thread, this is called vasectomy. And in female, suppose this is the fallopian tube, oviduct, right and left, this one also cut and tie both the end with thread, such like this one. In female, fallopian tube or oviduct is cut and tie both the end with thread. This is called tubectomy. In female, known as tubectomy, and male known as vasectomy. By this operation technique, vasectomy and tubectomy, the person, male or female, may be sterilized, and this is called sterilization. Sterilization. Because by this technique, the male and female permanently may be sterilized. So this is called sterilization. Clear? These are the some methods which are used to stop the pregnancy.